Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right, we're good. So, awkward intro again, like usual. Super rough videos. They're video logs of vlogs, I guess, right? Of my process of doing this project. So, yeah, today I've been doing some stuff with animating metahumans. I've had some trouble. I've asked questions on Discords, Facebook. I'm trying to understand the best way to take like a walking animation that's not in place and have it so that like the feet and legs and stuff react to the surface on which it's on. From the film people, they're saying the easiest way, and like what I'm finding is like you bake the animation to the control rig and you keyframe the feet, which seems like not the best workflow for me, because in a game engine there's tools you can use so that if that was a game, the feet are automatically going to react, and I just want to use these same tools but in the sequencer. But it's more complicated than that, and so I'm kind of there's another way I can use a spline curve, but I'm just gonna kind of like fake this scene a little bit, and then on Wednesday next week there's a course that I think is on blueprints and animations that I'm gonna take, and that's a couple days before I have to do my final presentation. But if it's just like this scene and one of the other scenes where I'm gonna use that, then I can re-export. But yeah, my goal is actually to finish all these scenes by Sunday, so like, and have like the whole like edit done by Sunday pretty much. So yeah, this is the final go here, and you can see now I've got these flowers, like they look 10 times better. I know how to set this up so that when there's like a wind system like that, you know, from far away it looks okay, but I kind of like the effect of it being a little bit fake as well. You can see there's some LODs on these flowers, so there's like that popping effect, which I'm probably gonna get rid of. But I've also went through and I noticed that all my mega scans that I downloaded, I was only downloading like the first LOD, so that was making my scenes quite not optimal. And I really want to use the same techniques for game design as film, because ultimately my goal is to do VR related film projects, and that's mixing both film and virtual reality, which is more partly to do with game design and keeping things optimal. I don't know much yet, but that's the goal, right? So you can see now, like I rebuilt this scene, and now we have this system where the meshes are popping in and out. So that's cool, and even this is quite a cool drawing. So if I need to do drawings at the end, I've got that option using tools like this. And obviously, like, I think pretty much if I do my sequencer and track and play, like, these are old shots I gotta fix, but like I can export my movie partially through these like other views, which is quite interesting actually. Okay, so go back here. So that was that. I've also got LODs turned on back for these two characters, and I think what I'm gonna do is just figure out a way so that the hair is the only thing that pops in and out. If the hair can just remain the thing on, then the rest of it is good. Like the face from this distance doesn't have to be the top LOD. So I'll look into that later. So the foliage, I'm gonna do some painting on this based on my shots. So I found that's a good way to work, and paint stuff on the ground. And since they're walking, I'm gonna like put grass and stuff on the ground around these rocks and hopefully blend in their feet so you don't see that stuff going on that I'm talking about. So yeah. So with the cameras and the cinematics. So this is actually sequences. So so these currently have animations on them. I'm just gonna reset that asset. So the sequencer is probably the one that's overriding this at the moment. So I can just go delete those walk animations. Delete his as well. Or hers, sorry. Oh. Love that. Oh. I've been looking at... This is classic. I always do this. Now you can see my screen. Oh, and now my icons are massive. The fuck did I do? Oh, whoa. Glitch. Yeah, there we go. Boom, boom. Sorry, guys. So you missed that whole beginning, but it's okay because no one watches this anyways. Basically, I was looking at stuff and then Unreal crashed. Okay. So yeah, if I open up my sequence, I was just going through and deleting these animations. I'm saving that now. If we go to them, we just want to make sure that this is reset as well. So they're back in their, I believe this is like an A pose is the proper term for it. So we're going to have to do some animation retargeting. So I'm just going to get rid of this. We got our two characters. Save everything. If I go back here and I go into my MetaHumans, broad animations, so we have the idle one, the seated one, which I'm going to try and fix because I feel like it's wrong. But the look around, walk, look around, I'm going to delete that because it's an in-place animation. And I downloaded some from Mixamo that I think aren't in place. And I don't fully understand how that all works yet, but I'm trying to learn. So if you get rid of Brad and go to Danielle. So I know all of hers are good and retargeted properly. It's just the one for Brad, I think, that's left to do. I'm just gonna go to I've got a Google Doc of all the stuff that I can work on once the main things are done, in case I have time. So if that's right here, and then the yellow, yeah, retarget animation's already in there. So, anyways, Danielle animation's gone. So under my Mixamo folder, I'm gonna import both of those new ones that I downloaded. So it was the female walk and the male walk, and I'm gonna open them. And the skeleton is gonna be UE skeleton, probably the bottom one. So many because I have all these content packs at the moment. This is the one. And then I always forget what the settings should be. So if I go to my animations, config. So default sample rate, exported time, bone tracks. I think this is good because the last time. So I'll click import all, which will import both of those together. Save me some time. I learned that. That's what import all means. So we have the male and this. So in my thing, I'm going to go to my mannequin or my MetaHumans folder. And we'll do him first. So you go to your body, you open up the skeletal mesh, go to the skeleton. And then here I just write in like his skeleton details. And then choose the preview mesh for that. And then for modify retargeting pose, you search the same. Yeah, and then you just find this pose asset and click import. Okay, and then you save that skeleton. Exit this. Go back to that male walk. Click retarget, and now this cell's set up correctly. I put a MH in front of there, and I go to my MetaHumans, Brad, and then that little animation folder I made, and just click retarget. If you open this, now we don't have the in place kind of thing going on, which I'm super psyched on. And things look very good. Retargeting, I don't even know how to slow it down. Velocity, maybe here. Frame. Yeah. Anyways, save that. If I go into my sequencer and on Brad, I now track an animation, mh underscore, it's like walk. Okay, I'm just gonna search walk. Okay, Brad's got the walk going down. And now my fear is that the weight is good. My fear is that this, when it loops, he goes back to point A. Yeah, that's what I feared. So I need to figure out how to fix that. But it's got a nice thing with the toes going on. So basically walking. So yeah, I don't know how exactly to fix that yet. I'm just gonna go in here, see if there's like loop, blueprint. What's this do? So I probably just fucked up a lot of stuff. Okay, well, sequencer. Yeah. And delete that. Kind of just messed everything up. Okay, you can delete this. If you go to cinematics, yeah, I don't want that thing. So anyways, I just need to figure out a way to extend this motion. And I'll probably slow it down as well. Okay, let's do it for the female now. So Danielle. Oh, I don't. Oh, bake to the control rig. I don't want to do that. Yeah. So if we search here, she is F_medium. BMW body preview. I thought she had a head. And then we can go modify pose and search here. _UNW. Retarget. Import. So save that. She's all good now, and we just go back here. So that's it's good. Basically, we just go back to Mixamo, female walk. So I'm getting quite used to this workflow. It's pretty comfortable and makes a lot of sense to me. Oops. Let's move that there. And go to MetaHumans folder. And just put in Danielle's animations. If you go here and select. Okay, so yeah, we just go, you have the animation there. So Brad's good. We'll save this and we'll just track for her body walk and choose the female one. So she's gangsta now too. Save all that stuff. Now, if we play, they both walk forward. Hers is a bit longer. And then we get their heads. Very creepy. But now their feet do what I want them to do. It's 161. So I'm just gonna copy this value and throw it in for her feet too. Looks more correct. It's not perfect, but like, you know what I mean. Now if I go to my sequencer, so they're good, and we got to figure out how to not extend that track. If we go down here, their first frame is like that, and then what's the last frame? I wonder if there's a way to like it's the same thing. So if I can like not do a transform, but like a I don't know. Okay. So we got those people done. And we want to slow them down. Yeah, I just wanted to check. We can go through one of my shots, which is the behind the back shot. Probably frame this guy out. Let's go to my pure F. This is what is this scene right here. So 36 1506 to get that 239 ratio. Go min f stop 0.1, even though I won't use that low. Focus, tracking, and I'll throw her on. I'll go Danielle or something. Okay, now we can get rid of that, and we can throw the aperture down, like, right? 0.1 is super low, but a little bit, so she's more in focus than the rest of the scene. Because maybe we go 50 mil on that. Go to the beginning. And kind of, I don't know what kind of shot this should be. Kind of, I think a follow shot. Actually, maybe it is closer to them. And I go with something wider. Yeah, it's kind of cool actually. So 16. Do like the kind of like a over the shoulder sort of thing. Right around like there. Save that. Throw the aperture. Bring her back down. Let's go with like a 2. 3. Okay. So now when we have camera shakes on there, and then we'll end up fixing when this shot comes in, because at the moment it's not till there. But what we'll do is kind of track them. So establish behind the back. So actor to track, transform. So we'll turn that off. We'll go with the first auto key, and then I'm pretty sure it's like 1 second where Buddy pops back in. Okay, so if we go to her at 1, we're just gonna track the camera forward. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, and maybe just shift it back a little bit this way. Select those and throw them on linear. Actually, I'll just open my curves. Find this is the best way to do it. Select everything and then just go linear, which it already is. So it's definitely come down a bit. There. And if we go to our next one, it's got to come down a little. Like that. There we go. That'll work for now. Save everything. So I definitely got to figure out how to move them forward. Should I do that now? Probably, or maybe I got what others? I have this shot, and then I had like a side shot. I felt like, or no, like a looking up one, which is this. Now I'm trying to think that it might even be more interesting to have something that's like this. You know what I mean? As they walk across. So let's just go back to 0. We'll fix when those keyframes actually happen eventually. But we'll just bring this to 0. Camera shake. Okay, we will go tracking again. Throw it on him. Actually, maybe we'll throw it on her, and then go 36, 15.06. Okay. Min f-stop 0.1 again. If you go down here, we can reset this stuff. So 35. If I come up with a wider focal length, 18 is a bit too much. 25 maybe. 22. 22 looks good. You delete the focusing distance. Throw a keyframe on the transform. Bring the aperture. That's pretty cool. When you do this. So maybe I'll go 0.2 on that. Now, kind of want to start when they're right about there. Let's see when we get caught in the mesh. Right there. Just kind of want to be maybe a bit wider. No. We'll have to fix this, but it's kind of got this cool like miniature effect, which I like. 0.3. And then we'll go to 1 again. I'm gonna track like this. Now I'll open up my curves and set my transforms and switch those over to linear. Alright, so that'll be like the side shot. So maybe we rename this side far. Because alternatively, I guess, you could experiment real quick, is what this would look like with a different focal distance. Maybe I'll want something with a bit different focal distance. And that's, yeah, just right about there. Maybe I will bring it down actually. Go a bit wider, I guess. No, 33. It's a bit better. That looks good. Okay, save that. I watched this video in Chinese the other day. Just got a phone call, I gotta make sure.
大家好，我是 Q 别老师。在之前我们经常提到 root animation 跟 impress animation 这两个名词，但是
Alright,
很
this
多同
part's gonna
学
be
对
boring
他们之间的差
for
别
you guys,
还是不太清楚，所以
which
在
is
这
no
段
one.
影片我们就来做一个比较完整的介绍。那画面上大家可以看到，我
But
写的
I'm gonna
是
watch it.
root motion 跟 impress motion。那其实，在 Unreal Engine 里面 ，motion 跟 animation 这两个字其实是差不多的意思，因为在这里角色的动作我们称作是 motion，但是这些动作在 Unreal Engine 里面呢，它是存成一个一个 animation sequence 的档案。好，那画面上我们看到这两个角色做的其实是一模一样的动作，只是其中一个角色他一直在原地踏步。那这边的音称作为什么会有这个样子的步跟，就在是看到它无论是在比如说，例如往前走的方式，那所以大家如果有兴趣，里面要靠后面这个 actor to sequence，然后关键我们可以找到它这边按，在这边是36格。我们把这个红色的数字选起，会让我们在那我们看到它的主要是用来边复制一个选择复制，这会让我们在这边复制一个 animation assets。那我们看到它的动作。那现在我们在这一个角色上面按下滑鼠右键之后，选择复制，这会让我们在这边复制一个新的角色出来。这个新的角色主要是用来做定位用的。现在我们把这个角色的 animation mode 再选回 animation assets， 那我们看到它的动作会跟这个动作姿势是一模一样的。然后我们拉动它，让这两个角色完全重叠在一起。这个时候，从这个地方 location 这个地方，我们就可以得到这一个角色在36格之后，它的描点应该要移到什么位置。那我们在 location 这边按下滑鼠右键，选择 copy， 把它复制过来。然后我们再选到在 sequencer 这边的轨道的部分，选到 transform， 然后打开它。因为我们这边复制的只有它的 location 的部分，不包括 rotation 跟，然后在0格到地边 curve， 按下在那边的懂了部分贴上，按下黄鼠，让它这边按下滑鼠右之后，这条线也同样选择，我们可以看到角色移动的很顺畅。然后一样按下绿色按钮，增加它的轨道。抱歉，刚才忘了把播放头倒转到第0格，那所以我们也看到这动作会被加在这个地方。那所以我们再把它倒转回来到第0格，同时动作也把它倒回来。好，那所以在第0格这边，我们重新加上关键格的位置。那再到第72格结束的地方，好，那我们选到 Impress 这个角色，然后就把它拉到对齐的位置。我们可以利用测试图，这样子可以比较准确的看我们位置有没有对齐。好，那这样子两个位置是完全重叠的。我们再切回来。抱歉，刚应该是切到第72格。 所以我们在这个地方再按下一次 transformation 的 key。那现在倒转回来，好，那这边我们看到它后半段是整个用滑的，因为我们没有把动作拉长，所以这边只要把动作拉长到满就可以。但是另外一方面，我会看到在开始跟结束的地方，这两个角色好像速度上面有一点出入。那这个是因为在 Impress Animation 的这一个部分，我们的 Animation Curve， 我先选到 Transform 这个地方，它的 Animation Curve 的部分，我们看到这个就是一般来讲，它用类似线的方式，所以会有一个加速减速，所以我们把这边改成等速 linear 的方式，末端这边也同样的改成 linear。那我们现在再播放一次，它们两个的速度就完全相等了。那以上介绍的就是有关 Root Motion 跟 Impress Motion 在操作上面的一些该注意到的。
Alright, so basically from that, what I learned is I'm going to download those walks again in place and do the in place instead, because I don't want to duplicate MetaHumans. Doesn't make sense for me. And then I just really want to learn how to do it, you know, so that they follow the train and all that. So I'll just go walk. What if this way? This walk right there looks good. Okay, so this is for the female. I'm gonna download with skin uniform 24 FPS. IP for in place, or I'll just write in place. Is it this one? Walking with a swagger. Walking with a swagger. Yeah, I think it's this one. So I'll download it. 24 uniform. So before I do that, I gotta click in place. Thunderstorm. female one. Click in place. Female walking in place. Change that. Go through my downloads. Okay. Go to my official render guru. Okay, we try it. Hopefully that one worked. Yeah, sometimes this software is a little buggy, but I find it works still. Okay, wait, so I gotta get female walking in place. Which one did I just throw in there? Okay, I didn't. Okay, female walking in place. Delete male walking in place. Okay, throw that there. Delete this. Okay, we're gonna have to import these here. These should all be good. It's just the UE4 crack skeleton. It's not the right one. Actually, this was the Rex skeleton as well. Yeah, it was. Okay, so we gotta do that MetaHuman retargeting process again. So first we click buddy. We can get rid of this. We can go to his body, his skeleton, and I'll get rid of that. And here we'll just go. Import that, save. Then we'll do a male walking in place, retarget with this. And go back to our Mixamo. We'll do it for the female skeleton, so we gotta go F underscore me underscore U and W body preview. And we're gonna apply that. I'm gonna modify. 776. I'm just gonna see if this is the one that ends up showing. No, it wasn't. Let me make sure I got her right. Okay. Okay, so now we got those both done. Okay, close this all. Go open this. Both the animations. Now, what we want to do is kind of test how this should go. So maybe I'll duplicate Brad. Alright. I'll bring not Brad in here temporarily. I'll take off his control rig face. So I just got him, and I'll track. Okay, wait. Yeah, I'll track walk. Male walk. Throw it at the beginning. So, okay. So I want it to be the exact same. So 0. So there are 2 Brads. Brad 1, Brad 2. Let's go to the Brad. Okay. So if you can turn Danielle down here for a sec. Brad, Danielle. Okay, so these need to be the same. 0 to 1. 0 to 1. And if you just go to Brad, go to the top. So I'll just take my normal location, copy it, and paste it there. Okay, so now they should be identical. Save this. For Brad top, I'm going to go to his animation. And I'm going to go male walking in place instead. So now that happens. Then if I click the animation, go to my sequencer, and now wait, I'm going to eventually put it linear, but if I go to 1, come back 1 frame, so maybe I'll throw this into frames for a sec. So we got 24 frames per second. So 24 is the last frame. Here we got the walking one, and then the walking in place one. This one we're going to go back to the beginning and keyframe body transform and keyframe it. Then we're going to go to 1, we're going to go to 24, which is the end. Oops. fuck. Go to the beginning. Throw a transform on. Then we're going to go to 24. With my transform location, I'm going to move my X. No, I don't know my directions. My Y to that location. And it would be, you can go here actually. You can just get it around the same area. Don't crash. It's honestly pretty good. So I just say like 170. It looks like quite good. So if I go back and I take transform this curve, which is my, select that and just throw that down on linear. So my thinking is that if I throw, well, we don't need to throw the camera back on yet. Things should now okay, maybe we throw the transform down here, because at 24, that's the final pose. That's the one we want. But let's just say I got our guy now. Doesn't make sense. They're both beginning in the same place. Negative 25, negative. Maybe I do go to 23. If I move this. Okay, maybe it's not going to be perfect, I guess. Whatever. That's pretty much it, though. So throw the transform down. Then you take this. (24) and you say the transform location 175. Let's say 175. Okay. What we do is then we go to 48 and we go 175 plus 175. So I gotta get my calculator out so it's a bit faster instead of doing it in my head. So we got 350. Then we go 48 plus 24, which is 72. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So we go 72. What are we adding? 175. So 450, 525. Switch this back to seconds so we can see. All right, 3 seconds. Oh, but we can kind of then delete these ones. And then, because that sets our speed, we then go to our next keyframe, 3 seconds. We know 3 seconds is 525. So you could do, let's say we want this to be 10 seconds of walking. Then we multiply, let's say 12, since it's a multiple of 3. We multiply everything by 4. So we go 4 times 525, 2100. So 2100 at 12 seconds. We throw 2100 down here and we delete this. Now we don't even need this animation, we just can loop this. Okay, we should be able to get rid of Brad number 2. And then delete them here and save everything. Alright, if I go back to my sequencer shots and I go side far, he should just keep walking. Cool, and we can go all the way to 12 seconds. And then go, our camera shakes way too long at the moment. We'll fix that once we know when the shot's gonna go. We have our transform here. This is our current camera position. You can delete that one. We can go to 12. Take our camera. Look at how fast this man is. Right there might be a good transition point. And just throw that on a linear. And if you go back, she's gonna stop. He's gonna keep going though. Cool. But he's walking away a little bit. What happened there? 2100 times 4. Oh. Okay, so we went 525 in 3 seconds. That means in 6 seconds he'll go this, then in 9 seconds he'll go the next. Yeah. So are we at 12 seconds? And then what's this guy's transformation at? 2100 on the Y. Weird. Well, in frames, how many frames are at? 288. Let's go. So it was 575 in how many frames? 48 frames. No, 72 frames. So let's go 72 times 4. 288. That's the frame. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Okay. I wonder why. Watch this. Because it slowed down. There we go. Okay. For Danielle, do the same thing for her. Figure out the correct math. So we'll take her OG animation and switch it to the new one. And then we'll end up duplicating her and throwing her in here as well. So we can throw her up there. Delete this. Track. Walk. There's got to be a way better way to do this someday. I need to learn it. So this is all good. Now for the animation, this is the walking. Yeah, the normal walk. So we should have, yeah, there we go. So we just want to make sure that she's got the same location. So copy, paste, another same location. Basically, how long does she last? 28 frames. So we go to 28. Go to normal Danielle. We're gonna track a transform on her. So 28. First we go to 0. Throw that down. 28. And we can (28) on let's just make sure that these are, so we got properties on 0 to 28. Zero to 28, and they just might be a little different. Yeah, they are a little bit different. The first one's hands didn't really move. It might have been a different animation. Anyways, go to frame 28 and take her. Basically just get her as, damn it. Heads lined up. Let's see what that's at. 137. Could we go 140? Ah, man. I just want something easy to add. Gonna have a piece of chocolate. Let's see what we got. Danielle. Darn it. Yeah, they're different animations, but I just want to check actually. I'm kind of curious. Female walking and female walk. Yeah, that first one was like a little bit weird. Oh, doesn't matter. It'll be close enough. Sequencer. Go 28 frames up. Back a frame. Okay. Next key. Okay, we just gotta make sure that walking in place. $24. She's still going. 27. Oh man, that's not a nice number. Okay, that's okay. We go 27 frames on this Danielle. Okay, let's save everything. We're gonna track her transform. Okay, we'll go 0. Throw down the keyframe. Go 27. And just bring her Y value on her location somewhere near here. And I try to line their heads up. Oh man. Come on, Unreal. Oops, sorry. Okay, good. We got. Open this. Danielle 0, 0, 0. Okay, we throw the transform on her. Save everything. We keyframe it. We save everything. You go to 27. We go to her location. Transforms down. I'm gonna line up their shoulders. Roughly. Okay, where are we at? 135. That's my number. And I'm saving it there. Okay. If I go to my curves and I throw down these to linear, save that. I can delete OG Danielle and delete it here. save my packages. Okay. So we got let me just write this down. So we got 27. Hopefully if we switch this to time now. What the hell? 27 or 1.125 seconds. Man, just to make this easy. One. Throw that as linear. Set that as linear. Okay. At 1 second, what's our Y value? 120. Let's go with that. Delete this frame, because that should match still. So yeah, let's go 1 second, 120, transform. We want 10 seconds, so we're gonna want 1200, transform along the Y. So if we go to 12, throw down a transform, and throw that at 1200, I believe this is our correct answer, because 2 would be 240, right? So yeah, so that's good there. And then we can take our animation and drag her out there, throw that as a linear, and delete this one, and save everything. So we got all that stuff done. Let's just go into, so yeah, she should be a character. And then cameras side. And then turn that off for a sec. She's slow. Oh God. All right, Danielle. Let's just hope that if I go here to your transform and double your speed. Well, let's see. What was his at? 2100. It was like 575 times 4, right? No, it wasn't 575. Or was it? I can check. So he is transform 2100. Alright, she's either 2400. Let's see how weird she looks with 2100. Pretty good. Because she's being hidden. It's like a little bit too fast, I feel like. Maybe it's not fast enough. 2400 would have been double speed. Okay, let's just throw it at 2100 like he is. Alright. I'll just write in my to-dos as a possible note. Fix Danielle's walking animation so it is more accurate. So that's good. Throw the transforms down. Okay. Body transform. Ooh, body transform. Oh, maybe I want to track the body. So through there. Let's throw it down. I know that's 2400 or 2100, sorry. If you go back to 0, 0. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, whatever. We should probably throw the camera on that side track for now and change that to Brad face. Whoa, okay. Okay. Make our aperture like 2. Go back. Alright, save that. So we got the side shot we can work on. What else now? We'll cover the grass and we'll fix everything in these angles so that this looks pretty good. Okay, let's fix the behind the back shot. Tracking Danielle on that one. So basically we just have the transform on here at the moment and we have it set to this, but we're gonna want to go to 10 seconds because I'm pretty sure 11 they're like 12 seconds I mean, and just that's auto keyframes. Just go in, slow down. Whoa, her hair's wild. And like something like that. I don't know, something like that. See how this looks for now. Just come a little bit to the left, basically. Something like this. Oops, fuck. Okay, we gotta go to 0. Set that as a start. So yeah, that's her LOD hair flicking in and out. But that's a cool scene. Look at her hair. Alright, dope. So that's that shot, sort of. Pretty good now. So side far, that'll come in there. We have this establishing shot from above, and this is the one that's gonna come out of the red room and out of a flower and then show like a broader area. So like right now we've got the most of this all good. We can go here, min and aft stops all good. Yeah, manual's fine. You can just reset that. Focal length probably like 20, we'll see, but throw that down at like 2.2 for now. Anyways, this, go back to 2. LODs on the flower. Basically, it's gonna like come out like this, and what we're gonna see a bunch of flowers, and then I'll have to adjust the scene as well. So like all this stuff, but it could also come out this, maybe it comes out this way. Yeah. So then the majority of what you see is flowers in the distance. See, you know what I mean? Like, if it can somehow come out of a flower that's like here, that would be best. So, I've got some flowers painted. What we could do is go into the foliage and go with the select tool and probably just like click this and rotate that one. Yeah, and so if I go out of here and just come in, my plunge there, slow this down a bit. So we're gonna come right out of, we're gonna come like out of the side of one of these or like right out the center. So we'll go like this. We'll go back to 0 and we'll set a keyframe on the transform parameter. Some keyframes, I guess. You can see our aperture. Throw that down like real low. And focal length looks pretty juicy. Okay. Let's say within a matter of 3 seconds, we see about coming out of the flower about this much. And then we change our aperture so that it's like more in focus. Okay. If you go to let me throw these down as linear. Yeah, they're all good. So it's gonna be like coming out of the camera like that. Okay, it's a bit too fast, I'd say. So maybe we move this to about 5 seconds. And probably instead of coming out of here, I am gonna come out of somewhere a bit more red. Maybe I'll come out of like up here. Okay. Okay. And then maybe on my my next keyframe, if I give it like a different angle, sort of like it's kind of a nice shot right there. And then maybe oh shit, it's 4 seconds. Delete that then. Let's see what it looks like. Cool. Go to this, throw it to linear. Okay. Remove that guy to 4 seconds. And then we're going to go to 8 seconds. Okay. Basically, we need to get out to this point. That would look good right about there. But I feel like that's going to be too fast. I'll switch to linear. So this is going to have to be double, pretty much like 12 seconds, I'd say. I think that there's something messed up there where I have two keyframes. Maybe I do on these middle ones, I throw that down to auto to smooth her out. And then maybe it just needs another 2 seconds. Maybe 1 second even. Nice. That's perfect. It gives me a decent amount of room to do shots in. And also that sets my first. Okay, so we have our establishing shot, camera, transform. Okay, I'm gonna throw my characters at the bottom. Get rid of this. Characters go to the bottom. Okay, cameras go to the top. So the establishing shot, I think, was 13 seconds. It's gonna clear out some of that stuff. Oops. So 13. Alright, so if we lock here now, we should see that. Yeah. Okay, turn that off. We don't need our characters walking until that point. So we just take these pieces, move them up to 13 seconds. Come on. 13. Lock that down. Okay, it's good. Then we can go into our camera shake and bring that guy down to 13 and save all this sequence stuff. Excellent. Okay, so throw that down. Camera, blah, blah, blah. All good in the hood. So that establishing shot camera is down. Maybe then I'll do the behind the shot. Okay. Or maybe it's the side shot. Yeah, I think it's the side shot. So we can delete this, delete that, go to 13, throw down the camera side fire, whatever. If we go to that side fire, we can bring our shake up. And we got these transforms. You gotta shift up to 13 seconds. Alright. That shake's gonna come there. And then if we go to this, it's probably at 25 seconds. We'll set the new end time and save. So side fire goes to there at the moment, but we might not run it all the way. Let's see how it feels. This will come out. Our characters should not be moving the way that they are at the moment. Okay, we just gotta move their transforms as well. Okay, so if we take, in simplest forms, we take these transforms. 13. Save all that. Nice, they'll be walking through. So let's see, so it comes 3, 2, 4. can do the cut right about there. So maybe we go 15. That's 15.5. Perfect. So 15.25. We'll bring this back. And we'll add a camera. And we'll do behind shot. Okay. And that means we can take the camera. We'll leave the camera shake on that one for now, but I don't even know if I side far. Yeah, we'll just leave the camera shake on it. Behind the back, basically, we will just move these up 13 as well. This one, properties. Wait. Behind the back walking shot. 13. Time on this one, 13. Time on this one, 25. Good. Save. Just check that the camera shake. Basically, we just need to run the camera shake from 13 to 25. And save that. Should be all good on that front now. With the exception of the last clip, but that's okay. Her hair is nice. Oops. Okay, so camera cuts goes to the top. Saved. Do I put the Adams characters in? Be like an in front version of this as well, with the Adams characters behind. Let's see. Okay, so we've done the camera stuff, so you can kind of relax a little bit, for me at least. So take this out now. My thinking is that I can reuse some of my Adams assets. Do a grid. Follow spline behavior. Perhaps. I don't know. Nah. I gotta just write it in my notes if I have time. Okay, so that's good. So we have this. Let's just watch it one more time. So what do I have to do? I have to set up my establishing shot here with a lot more flowers. I have to definitely work. Whoa. Maybe. Okay, maybe this is too. Maybe I go to 17. But it should just set up so that I can do this. Okay, it's fine. So this first area, if I can get out of here, I know that this is kind of the area where I need to go into my foliage. And I can actually select all but this one. Now I can go into my other plants and let me just test this guy and go paint. Okay. Select all but him. So I think these people need to be scaled up. Let me just see. Paint with this one. Those ones good. Paint with this one. Not that one, but with this one. No. Okay, so. Oh, shit. Okay, we just gotta add. Okay, it's all good. Save this. Yeah, so I just need to go into my foliage. And then my blueprints. So these ones are good, but these ones aren't. And I also want to fix the wind on them. So I'll look at one of these, for examples. So, oops, not that, but I'll look at the wind on this guy. So if I go to my viewport and I click this and I go to my instance, I can see the settings here. The first thing I'll go here is go to the viewport, and its scale is set at 10, which should be correct. I may have to go to my thing here and just click re-import base mesh and save that and go back to my thing. Okay, let's go here and say this guy 10. Let's go back to him. Okay. Anyways, on number 1, I want my material, and on this guy, it's the same material. So I want to match the settings of, we can turn that off. I want to match these settings, 5.102. And then additional world position offset can turn on. Enable grass wind, whatever. So you can turn that off. Not off. And then we got these two with better wind settings. Now, when I go to paint them, they're coming in, but they're just a bit too small. It's possible that if I go to my this guy and this guy. Just go into their things, set this, and save their VOD3. Just go here. Just make sure it's all good. So 10, 10, 10. If I select this and paint it, okay, it's all good. So I think it's just that those ones here need to be like 4 times bigger, maybe 3 times bigger. So I'll go 30, 30. Compile, save, compile, save. If I select them, now they're coming in bigger. Still not big enough though. So come here. Oof. So we go 40 on these, which is quite big, but we save that, save that, save that, save that. Nice, that's about right. So I should be able to, we leave that one alone. And we take the rest and we just kind of do that. So it's, our view is like here. And single cycles through selected. Now, if I click these, I don't know if I want to align to normal on them. Yeah, let's save them. Okay, that gets rid of that. So now this will. Just gonna carefully go through and kind of taint what I see here. This is cycling through each one, so I should have even amounts, which is kind of a nice thing. I like the control of that. So I'll just go through. That looks quite good. Okay. Stuff in here. It's just these areas need more of them. Now I'm just kind of clicking to fill in the spots. Nice. Save. Let's go out of this mode for a sec. if I go to my cinematics sequencer, beautiful. Now, I also want to go fix them from popping in. So, I'll open up their blueprints and I will click them and search LOD, force LOD. If 0, auto select LOD. If greater than 0, force LOD. So I want LOD 1. Okay. So click LOD 1. I go viewport, I click, I go LOD 1. And here I go LOD 1. Save all my packages. Okay. Will that fix them from popping in? It does. Perfect. It's a little, a little repetitive. I would say. There is some randomness to it. It's a field of flowers. Okay, let's go to that establishing shot. Since we have the last frame now, we can go to track it and just frame this. A little bit better. Okay, we'll go to 13 and we'll eject from here, and I'm just gonna go back to my foliage tool, single, and just get some going in the distance. And we can densify tad as well. Okay, I'm gonna select certain ones here and delete them, and then save everything. So we can go here and just cut through. She doesn't touch that one, and that one's good. It's just if we go foliage and select this one and delete that, then we're all gangster. Okay. Comes out. Sweet. So that's good. If we go back to our foliage and just turn these off and save, then we won't mess with them. Because that's mainly it for the big ones. The rest now is just fixing up the art direction of the ground, for instance here. So if we get out of here, if we move that a little bit that way, that helps. And actually a little bit, it could be a little bit bigger as well. Then that's good. Okay, that's cool. It goes through the canyon, but perhaps if we exit again, this piece can just come a little bit more around here. Maybe it's like that. Yeah. And then it comes down a bit smaller. Comes a little bit more there. Comes a bit bigger. And it just has to come a little bit back. It's pretty good. And then for this shot, that's nice. Okay. Okay, and then okay. Get out of here. I can kind of feel what's going on now. If I take this and move them and do that, and if I take this and I scale her up and I do this and do that, if I take that and bring it out here, let's go back to our cameras. Something like that. Okay, now I gotta do something about this. So what I can do is take some of these, bring them out here for now. Let's see. Honestly, that kind of works. Something like that in the distance. And do another one on the other side. Do one of these guys as well. So that's kind of good enough, I'd say. Now I'm gonna go through my. Gonna go back here now and just select stuff that doesn't make sense. So I'll do erase. I'll select these. Yeah, it doesn't work. So I thought. Let's go lasso. These are just outliers. Okay, that's like all the ones that I can see. Okay, let's go back in here. Pretty good. Little gaps, it's good enough. And then we just want to get out of this scene and do some modes, foliage. All are selected but this one. Single, and we'll cycle through the single. Just kind of go through and And we'll just go through here as well. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to come out here and do something with this piece. I think the easiest way is to go foliage and just cover this piece up. Hide it. Exit there. Throw one right in front of the camera somehow. That's pretty hidden. It's pretty. I'm gonna hide this too. And we're gonna hide there as well. Okay, so we go back in there. We just gotta go back here. Throw some stuff in that. Something like this. I could do way better if I really wanted to, but so since these ones are a little bit, just do a selection on this. And just art direct those guys a little bit better. Okay. This one. Perfect. Something like this. Now you can see with these ones that the pivot point's not the same as these ones. So I think I can fix that pretty easily. It's the one that start with L. If I go to them and I open up their static mesh, you can basically see that their pivot point's a little bit off. You can go down here and say import translation and just try messing with these settings, and it'll just like slowly, like if I do 10 here, it'll like move it up. And I'm just gonna switch my camera down to 2. So it's probably like 4. And then same with this one. You can just go down to import translation and just say like 4 and then re-import and save. So you save both of those. They're gonna get like way bigger in our scene now. So we might have to adjust them. Or it's kind of a happy accident. They stick up now, which is quite cool. And maybe they should actually come down a bit more than they are. So I'm gonna go like 2.5 on these. So 3. You can see them come down a little bit. 2 seems to be the best one. So that just translates their pivots up. Save, and then the rest is all good. Save everything just in case. So you have this thing that's bugging me. So it's possible that I'll just delete that one and delete this one as well, as long as it's not the first guy. The rest is good. That's all good. Okay, this is pretty much actually set up. So back here, let's just watch her. So we'll come from the red scene to here. We can see them down there at the moment. So maybe I'll throw like a track transform actor hidden in game and go transform actor hidden in game. Okay, so we have their visibility, and we go to 13, or so at 0 we turn off their visibility, and at 13 we turn on their visibility. So let's go back to 0, just keyframe that again, turn it off, save. Hopefully that does it for us. So we go through characters, save all this. So let's just see how that plays out. Make sure all of our cameras are spawning properly. So floor, background, blah, blah, blah. Landscape, cameras, humans. Okay, let's see. Oops, it's coming out. Okay, we're definitely gonna need to. We have to hide this thing. There we go. Okay, we got one. Bring that right in front of this mesh. That's pretty good. Maybe I just... How important is that thing? It doesn't get seen there or there. It could just get deleted. World outliner. It's my OG. Delete. You aren't needed, sir. Okay, watch. And then I'm gonna end the stream after this. Off for the day. Again. So we're gonna come in with small foliage now and just paint up around the edges and this and this. But I'm too tired to do that at the moment. I need to take a break. I'm gonna say paint foliage around edges of mountains, cliffs. Alright. Save everything. So we save this guy. We'll fix the LODs on them. And they're touching at the moment, so we'll fix that. Okay, but that's done. And then if I just go to my levels, bedroom. So we can see quickly how this is gonna go. We'll have this shot kind of going in here. I gotta turn their idle animation. And then that's gonna be my dissolve here. Is gonna dissolve with the flower. Okay, so there's definitely some stuff to do. Tomorrow has got to be the day for most of it, though. So, it's just little things, though. Like, even like their idols, I'm wondering if I could even add those now. I've got male kiss, female kiss, and then if I add an animation here, and we just go to Zachary, Brad. Okay, wait, now we want for Danielle. That's the idol. For him, it's Brad's idol. I don't know how they'll blend, but we'll see. That's probably the wrong idol to use. That's for sure, but so I have to blend them. Yeah, so we still have to learn how to blend it. Alright. That's it for my stream. Ender now. Peace.